Let's see. Maybe I should do 5K. Why does that go away sometimes? No. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it does that either. All these songs suck. Nope. God, this song sucks. Let me see. Oh, this is a cool song. Okay, I gotta center down. Put it in a song. Hi, Charlotte. You would need a remote viewer. So no, I'm not best with that, Charlotte, and I'm so sorry. I hope you are able to find your jewelry, and I'm sorry that you lost it. Remote viewer will be the best. We all have different talents. You're very welcome. And I own it. I own that. I'm like, I'm not the best at that, but I've done it. But I'm not the best at it. So I wouldn't want you to trust me and like I'll probably send you on a wild goose chase. Hi guys, hi. So we're gonna do 6K free healing giveaway, 6K, 6,000 likes and taps, and then we're gonna do a mini healing giveaway. It's 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. It's very quick. So you got to tell me a very small area to work. It's kind of fun song. Melissa, I haven't seen you in so long. How you been? Hi on YouTube. Just hanging out, the usual. My little guy's down here with me today because he's kind of in trouble. So I told him, you have to stay with mommy while she works. Okay. Thank you guys. To get any of my free things, I do give away free readings, free healings. You definitely have to just follow me. That's all I ask. And then we're going to tap and engage live. So we're going to get up to 6K for the healing mini giveaway. If you're interested, I've helped so many people. But when it's a mini healing, it's a very specific small area. So you got to let me know, like specifically, descriptively, where we're working. Stop it. That's amazing. That's phenomenal. I love it. You did it. I love it. Melissa, my next thing, now Melissa, you might have known too that I came up with these classes to help activate other people's intuitive abilities, but I'm going to start coming through with a workshop to help teach people what I do. Yay, thanks, Ra. I can't believe that. Well, I mean, I can believe it, Melissa. So that's awesome. You guys know, did you guys see my video the other day with explaining how God has explained to me where heaven is, that God had said it's just to the left. And I'm like, wait, just to the left? And people are taking that literally, like to the left. And I'm like, well, there is no just left. God would, and it's funny because God can kind of speak and like be a little funny. So it's like to the left. It's not above us and it's not below us. It's like right here, just like a little on a different plane. It's kind of sleepy. It's a sleepy song. I don't want to listen to Hotel California. No. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 No. I need upbeat music. Hi guys. So we're gonna get to 6K for a healing. Melissa, one of my earlier followers, she's been around for quite some time. We did a healing on her back. If you scroll up, you can see that she had said that her back has still not had any issues. And I think I worked on her one time for that. So that is so cool. Listen to Dolly. I love Dolly. Are you guys a big fan of Dolly Parton? And stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, and yawn and stretch and try to come alive. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic starts jumping. And folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. That's amazing, Melissa. And guys, so I started doing these mini healings so that way I can do free giveaways for you guys so you can experience some of the healing that I do. And honest, the reason why I charge that little bit extra, $2 extra, is because a lot of times when you work with me with healing, you won't need to come back. Yay! I asked my little guy if he wants to be on camera today. He said no. Not happening, Mom. I know, I'm a big Dolly fan. Hi, Quiet Treats. So it's funny how some people combine the spiritual healing, which is very cool at the same time. What I do is kind of like intuitive healing. So it's healing or a spiritual medium reading. So that's the two things that I do in my life. Did everybody have a nice 4th of July? It's nice that it happened over a weekend. Yep, so I'm giving away a mini healing at 6,000 taps. You do have to follow me for any of my free giveaways. If you would like to work one-on-one and skip the line, it's $22 to get a healing with me. And that's about 5 to 7 minutes long. The mini healing is 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know why. I felt like this big, like almost like as if it was a loogie. Like it just like that happens. I'm grounded usually though, and I'm not like tapping into your energy, but always make sure that you are well, drinking lots of fluids, taking care of yourself. Ah, bummer. Hashimoto's, yeah. So fatigue, what's your symptoms with that? Like fatigue, it's kind of like adrenal failure. I'm singing the wrong songs. I love it because it talks about the Atlanta Highway, and I used to live off the Atlanta Highway in my early 20s when I lived down in Athens. So we're going to get to 6K to do the... Oh, okay, Gaga. Thank you for explaining that. So mini healing giveaway at 6K. So I can only work one area. So Gaga, if you were even to get a healing today, I couldn't work the whole Hashimoto's. You would have to tell me one specific, tiny, very detailed area. If you wanted to skip the line and get a full healing, it's $22. I can work your pancreas if you'd like, but you'd have to tell me what's going on at the pancreas to work it. Dance break. Okay. We're at 3.6, so we're almost there. 6K. Okay. Yep. So Gaga, wait till I pick you to explain, but you would need to tell me the thyroid would be fine. For the mini healing or just in general? It's kind of that might have a couple of issues with it, Raw. So I would say you're probably better at having the longer healing, the $22 one. But I could help with just the esophagus kind of like acting up. But I don't think that's going to get to the root cause of it in the mini healing. Yes, grief healing, yes. And guys, definitely if you're here, and especially if you're here for the first time, please hit that follow button. I give away free things to all my followers. So you have to follow me and hit that plus sign. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Joelle. I'm a spiritual coach, divine psychic medium, and intuitive healer. I do all the things to bring you back to your soul level with whatever that means. I have classes online that are in the second link in my bio where I help activate your own intuitive abilities. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I also can connect you to your loved ones who are on the other side or work with you and your healing process in your spiritual, physical, or mental well healing. I am not the healer, guys. I take on the title just because it's easy. You are indeed the healer. I just assist in your body, reminding it how awesome it is. Oh, Megan, that's horrible. I'm sorry. And always with dream interpretation, you have to go with what you're feeling. But hi, Jamie, welcome. I do stop dancing and partying when I start working, but a lot of times I'll like dance and play upbeat music because it's fun, and I like dancing, and it just helps entertain me while I'm hanging out before I work. So dream interpretation, it depends on how you're feeling in the dream. And it's funny, I had a dream about an ex last night too, but they didn't even look like what they actually look like in person. They were so much cuter in the dream, and I was like, you're not that cute. You don't understand what a spiritual medium is. So a medium is separate than a psychic. That's why I tried to say spiritual medium, because a medium is somebody that connects you to your loved one on the other side. It's separate than the healing. I offer 2 services on my lives. It is either a reading, medium reading, connecting you to your loved one, or it is to do a healing. Those are my 2 services that I offer on TT. I have plenty other services. If you're interested, my second link in my bio, I can do more thorough, private, intuitive healing sessions. I do aura readings. I do pet sittings, like pet readings. I do, what else do I do? I have classes where I activate your own intuitive abilities. I have, what else do I do? Angel readings, guide readings. And then on a personal note, I connect to the divine. I connect to the Virgin Mary often, Jesus. I can connect with God, aliens, you name it. And I don't say that I'm any more special than you guys are. You guys can do this too. Oh, we're almost there. Yay, 6K. We are there. Awesome. Mary, I see your question there. If your grandma is still alive, you can't change anybody's perspective. You can only change your own. And just give forgiveness exercise. Forgive them, forgive yourself, forgive the situation. And that's the way that you can kind of let it go. But you don't need to call them to forgive them. You do it in your head. Mini healing, mini healing, mini healing. Let me explain before. Let me pause this for a second. So no need to tell me where you want booked. I need entries to book. So to receive this mini healing, you do have to follow me. We already got to 6K. So good job, guys. Oh, hi, Holly. And then I need to know when I pick you, I need to know super specific, like where we're working. You guys don't know how many times you guys will answer back or shoulders, or that's not specific enough. I need to know if it's muscular. I need to know if it's from a car accident. I need to know if you have Hashimoto's. I need to know if it's from like constant flares in your body. I need to know if you don't know all the things. So Sandra, you did it, girl. You did that. So thank you for joining me. See, guys, this works. I give away free healings all the time, and it helps people every day. I'm on twice a day, Monday through Saturday, 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. Let's go ahead and get those entries in. Comment your name with a heart. If you don't do the heart, that's totally fine. Just do your name for the entry. Let's go. Mini healing, mini healing. Love you, Sandra. Good job. All right, I'm just making sure all those entries are in. Okay, I'm going to start scrolling. Oh, there's a lot of you today. Remember, for the people who put hearts, remember to put your names. It doesn't count if you just do a heart. Thank you, Holly. You can pin that up at the top. Girl, you got it. Thank you. All right, let's see. I'm enjoying this song, so I'm going to let it play while I pick somebody. Let's start scrolling. Let's do Sarah. And I think there's only one Sarah here that did an entry, so I think it was the same one that commented earlier. And I might pick somebody else, so don't leave. Yeah, the Ra Sarah. Ra, Sarah. Sorry, Sarah number 2. Sorry. I didn't scroll up that far. Sorry. I was like, if there's more than one. So see, I already knew. Don't be discouraged, guys. I give away free healings each and every time, and you will receive this healing as well. Thank you, Sarah, for understanding. Okay, I've got to stop jamming. Now I've got to work. Yay! So Sarah, who is also Ra, aka Ra, I think you had already said, you said the Hashimoto's. Oh, I love the fiery heart. Yes, fire heart. Guys, always hit that follow button because you cannot receive if you do not follow me. You have to follow me to get any of my free readings, free healings. I give away free things each and every live. If you want to skip the live, skip the live. Don't skip the live. Join me on my live. But it's skip the line. $20 to connect to a loved one, 22 for healing. All my services are in the second link in my bio. Hi on YouTube. You're very quiet over there. There's like one person. So tell me. Okay, Ross. So that's too big of an area to work for the mini free healing. Like I said your area might be bigger it might be better for you to get the paid session, but I need to know like one specific area. So if you hear my kid playing, I'm so sorry. I told him to be down here because he was getting in trouble. If you want me to work the nausea, I can just go to your stomach, and then that's kind of it. But I can't do the full body. It's 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. So let me get your most annoying symptom, what we need to work. Or didn't you say we should work the thyroid? Stomach or brain? Well, we got to pick one or the other. I'm feeling pulled to your stomach or the thyroid. Hi, guys. Hi, Natalie. So nobody can enter your energy or put a hex on you or a spell on you. I don't believe in that because you have the control of your own energy. So I'm not a witch myself, so I don't know like counteractive spells or anything like that. You don't even need that. All you need to do is just pray and honestly wish them well. Honest. So don't think like negative, mean thoughts back about them and block your energy. That's all I know. Let's do thyroid. All right, we can do that, Ra. You know the drill. Arms and legs straight, uncrossed. I'm like, if they're crossed, we uncross them. Put that phone down, Sarah. You will not need to have it up. You are just going to receive. You need to hear my voice, though. So eyes open or closed, whatever you would like to do. Say yes in your head or yes out loud. That is the most important part. There you go. Here we go. Yeah, Ra, you definitely would benefit from doing a full, just my 5 to 7 minute session. I'm getting that you have a lot going on. And I knew you would, but we're just going to work this one. I'm going to switch the way your cerebral spinal fluid is flowing because it just seems like it was a little aggressive. Yeah, we're going to do that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Your thyroid already feels better. What I'm going to do is just tap in the divine all over. So that way they can address any other issues that you're having. But I really feel like you would benefit from a longer session with me, but I don't want to be sales pitchy and make it, all about that. We can maybe work again with another free mini healing or whatever down the road. But that is all finished for today. How are you feeling? You can be a little bit lightheaded. Always drink a full glass of water. And you're welcome, Angel Eyes. Bruce Willis. If you're asking about financial, I would love to help you out and give you some insight to that, but I'm not a psychic. I mean, I am. I choose not to use it. So that's a psychic-led question. I'm a medium. I connect you to your loved ones on the other side. Where are you at, Sarah? You can pick that phone back up. Holly, how's your day going? What you up to, girl? What are you doing? Yes, let's not do it during work. Even doing healing during working. Try not to do your entries while you're working, guys. You should be working. I don't know what your jobs are like. Maybe you're on break or whatever. Oh, sweet lady. I'm so sorry to hear that. Always your loved ones are definitely in heaven and completely fine. Ooh, nice. Feeling recharged and rejuvenated. I'm feeling good. Girl, the only thing is, so with this heat, that working down in my basement, I've been so hot. I've had to shorten some of my lives being like, guys, do you think it's hot down here? Are you guys good? I was like, I go. So I've been shortening them. And also I think with the air quality and me chatting so much, it's been bothering my voice again. I don't know. My voice has been very fragile lately, I'll say. Ooh, good, Sarah. I love that. Hi, Jamie. I love all the synchronicities. Anybody who wants me to connect to your loved one, I don't connect you one-on-one while I'm on here. I do give away free readings all the time, though. So you have to follow me to receive any of my free giveaways. I give away free healings, free readings free healings each and every live. Free readings come out about once a week. And then, but if you wanted to skip the line, it's $20 to connect to a loved one, $22 for healing. And I would be so honored if you trusted me in doing so. It's so true, Holly. 1111 is always like you're on the right path, like an angelic. I don't know. Do you guys ever look it up and think to yourselves, like when you look up the synchronicities, aren't they all the same thing? Like you're on the right path, spiritual guidance, blah, blah, blah. So honestly, I wouldn't look too much into it, right? But here's what I've started doing with seeing synchronicities is I thank my guides for sending me the synchronicity because it makes me feel like I'm in line with whatever I'm doing at that moment. So if it's like I'm having a thought of, I got to start writing my workbook for the, for the classes that I've been wanting to teach for people coming like healing. And then I'll be like, boom, 11:11. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to be doing that. Like, it's kind of like a reminder. So true. So true. Let me drink some more water. Mandy. I was going to book a music while I was booking music. Guys, anytime you send payment, please let me know because sometimes people will do it and not tell me. Hi, Mandy. Welcome back. So you wanted to do a reading. Who can I connect you with? And have I done a reading on you before? Have I read Dad before? Or is this the first time? Aw, that's sweet, Holly. You're so cute. Jacob, you're staying with me, right? Jacob. Jacob. Jacob, come here. So sorry. First time? Yay! I was like, I think we worked before. So this is Dad. I'm gonna connect to Dad. I'm saying stay down here with me because you're in trouble. I'm so sorry. I have my little guy with me. It's summer, guys. You know, the kids are around. And this little one has been a handful this morning. So he's staying with me while I'm working. Okay. Mandy and connecting to that. I'm feeling pulled to the amethyst. Thank you, Mandy, for being patient. I know, right? Those little guys. And we're starting right at 111. Let's go. So your dad coming to me, you guys were talking about synchronicities. I'm seeing 111, 1111 over here. Anyways, so your dad's coming to me, and now a lot of times they come to me in their 20s, 30s, or 40s. Remember that. It's not them older when they pass. They come to me young, sprightly, amazing. They are all the things. So he came to me with like this dark, thick hair. And now I think this is honestly my sign for that. They were like hot in the 70s or 80s because he's got like a sideburn. Now, this does not mean that he rocked a sideburn. It's that he was hot shot. He was like Mr. Amazing in the 70s, 80s. Does that make sense with Dad? And then he was kind of showing me too. He was like, you could put the Neil Diamond song back on. He was like, that was fine. So so I don't know, like my dad's not a Neil Diamond fan, but he almost feels like he's like, yeah, let's hang, let's party. Let's party it up. He's like, I'm not here to just chill. Let's hang out. So I don't know if he was like very social or if he was like loved kind of, you know what I'm missing, guys? I'm missing my lights. Oh, I'm so silly. I got distracted by that. I'll put it on in a minute. So he is explaining that he feels amazing, that he is vibrant, he is like amazing, and he's walking to me. So I almost feel like he either walked with a limp or had like a funny gait because of something with his hip. I don't know why I feel like he has something going on. So he's walking nice, tall, and straight to me, showing me that he has not carried any ailments to the other side. I was like, there's something there. Perfect. And not perfect of that reason, but perfect that we're getting that connection, right? Like, I want you to don't misunderstand me when I say things. I'm doing it all for your best interests. Your dad feels like a big snacker. Like, I feel like he can put down some food, but I also feel like he likes a lot of snacks. Now, I don't know why he showed me corn on the cob. Now, thank you, Mandy. So it's so funny, like why I felt corn on the cob. Like, did you just have corn on the cob like last night or today? Or sometimes they show me something significant that you just had. So that the reason why they do that, he's giving me all the chills. The reason why they do that is because he's right over your shoulder. Like while you were enjoying dinner, he was sitting down with you having dinner that night. So whatever this is, and he's giving me all the goosebumps, which is always my interpretation that I'm getting them correctly. But not only that you're going to get the big goosebumps from him, a big heavenly hug from him right now. What's up with the tattoo? Why am I seeing it on the forearm? If it's not on the forearm, that's totally fine. I don't know why I felt like a tattoo somewhere on the forearm. He feels very. It's funny because I almost feel like your dad could talk to anybody. He feels like he's very a guy's guy, like manly man, but then he can also be in, talking to somebody who is maybe very smart and more like engineer, like very like knowledgeable. He feels like he can keep up with anybody, right? Like is he like a jack of all trades or like just kind of like knowledgeable in everything? Does this make sense? Is it the jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing? Where they kind of have that quote of being able to do everything? Try to answer as, oh, perfect. Oh, I love that. I love it. I love that he's doing such a beautiful job of validating all the wonderful things that people have in memory of him, that your brother has that in memory. So he's just saying a quick little loving hello, sending love to your brother as well, but explaining to you that you are his pride and joy. Like he's like, my children are just my pride and joy. I never knew love until having children. He's explaining, you showed me what it was to like truly love and to see almost, now that I'm in heaven, it's almost like the heaven here on earth that we get to experience. And he's like, when you look into your children's eyes when they're first born, and even like he's showing me you as babies, like when you're first born and he's holding you and he's looking in those eyes and he's explaining, I just could see God. I could see and understand what heaven is like. And he's like, from then on, I was wrapped around their fingers. Anything they wanted, I wanted to make it work for them. So I don't know if he worked long hours to take care of you guys, to provide whatever you wanted. I feel like a Barbie house and then a bike, and then you got the fringe things on the bike and the handles. This is you as a kid. So he's just showing you these beautiful memories that you guys had. Do you have a question for Dad? He did a beautiful job of validating that he's still always with you, always around you, sending you so much love, and that he's no more in pain. He's completely at peace in heaven. Just waiting to see if Mandy has a question. Definitely give me a follow, guys, because I give away free things each and every live to all my followers. You have to follow to get all my free things. If you wanted to connect to a loved one, it's $20 to connect to a loved one, $22 for healing. Mandy, before you wrap up, girl, you know I'm not gonna let you leave without that. I always ask Dad what they want to close with. Let's see. This is interesting. Why? So was he a heavy smoker? And I don't know why he wants to close with that. Normally they close with like a loving, healing message. But he's explaining like, please don't smoke. So I don't know if you smoke or who smokes. Because I feel like somebody's following in his footsteps and smoking. And he's like, please don't smoke. He's like, stop smoking. And I'm like, okay. He's telling your brother, stop. He's like, listen. He's like, learn from my lesson and stop smoking. But he is sending you so much love. He's surrounding your family with this beautiful, loving golden light because he's going to be your guardian angel in heaven, always watching over you. So we're going to thank him for coming forward. I want to thank you for trusting me with your loved one. Do you love how I always hold a stone? It's like stone of the day. Got to pick whatever. That was so beautiful, Mandy. And thank you. Guys, if you ever do pick and get into either my free healings, my free readings, my paid readings, my paid healings, please don't be at work. Try not to be, because I need you in the best space to receive. You're so very welcome. So guys, you have to follow me for any of my free giveaways. I don't know if I'll do another free mini healing this live, but I do give away free things each and every live, and I'm on twice a day, Monday through Saturday, 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So my list is open if anybody else wanted to work. Hi, Donna. So that is not a question that I answer. That is a psychic-led question. I don't know if you're asking me as a challenge, which is totally fine. I mean, do whatever you want, but I'm just explaining to you how I work on my TikTok. So I give away free things all the time. And I'm not tapping into your energy. I would be like completely exhausted if I was constantly tapping into everybody's energy. Oh, Lori, wonderful. But I do paid sessions. $20 to connect to a loved one, $22 for healing, or you can come back for one of my free sessions, but you do have to follow me with any of my free sessions. With my paid sessions, I don't care if you follow me or not. That's up to you. But to give away any of my free things, I always ask you to follow me. Let me check, Lori. Hold on. Hands touching hands. Lori, I don't sing it. Lori, so I didn't see that go through yet. Mickey is... I have Mickey. I got Mickey. I know, such big hugs, everybody. I do see a lot of messages coming in, and I apologize if I don't answer every single one. I do have a paid session, Mickey, and I am trying to save my voice for more of my paid sessions, so that way I don't. Mickey, where you at? Yes, yeah, I got you. And Lori, no, I did not. So, okay. So to do a reading, all I need to know, wonderful, thank you so much. I need to know who you would like to connect with. And then I'm also going to explain to you how I work. Anybody who wants to get a reading with me, I always do an explanation of how I work, connect with my grandparent. Okay, so Mickey, since it's only a 5 to 7 minute reading, I need you to tell me specifically which one, because of the fact that both of them will come through it and in 5 to 7 minutes. And honestly, they fight for the floor, and then it becomes like really confusing. And you're like, wait, you're talking to this one, then you're talking to this one. That's how they do it. So try to pick one, and I'd rather you pick than for me to pick. And then what we're going to do is, I don't know, I had a day off, guys, and I forgot to turn on my lights. And then how I work is that I get clairvoyant images. So I get like images, downloads, like I could see things that they show me. And then I get like this understanding and knowing. But sometimes I just throw things out too, and I'm like, I don't know why they're showing me this. But okay, Mickey. Okay, go to grandma. You sure? Whatever. It doesn't bother me which, either or, but here's the deal. I'm trying to explain to you how this works, so that way that's okay. So that way you understand, because every medium is different. We're all different of how we work. So Lori, it still did not come through. I would get a message. So give me a moment, Lori, because I already do have somebody on the list that I'm working with one-on-one. So I will check momentarily. So grandma, we changed it to. So that's okay, Lori. If it, like, within the first 30 seconds to 1 minute, this is a short reading, 5 to 7 minutes. It's very quick. Well, I mean, it feels like you'll get a lot of information in this short time, believe me. But within that first 30 seconds to a minute, I need you to let me know, like, yes, that sounds like my loved one. No, it does not. I always explain, if for some reason I get one thing wrong, but a couple of things right, please tell me the yeses and then the no. So that way it doesn't disconnect the line, because I don't know that I got other things right if you just write me no. I can have sometimes, Mickey, because me and Spirit, like I said, we're all different with mediums. I don't care about the physical. They don't care about what they physically look like here. So sometimes I can have like the hair color wrong or something like that. So just understand that we'll just see what we get. And I always explain that I can't guarantee that I get your loved one, but I'm going to try my hardest. So let's go ahead and get started. I put down your time. Mickey, you ready? And then I need your little thumbs ready for when we start connecting. Okay. Look, I changed stones. Grandma for Mickey. Oh my gosh, this woman coming to me is like the sweetest thing ever. She's wearing a full apron and it's almost like those like plasticky ones with like a little ruffle on the top. Listen, if it had a ruffle or it didn't have a ruffle, I don't really care. She has like white or grayish hair and she feels like her skin is like the softest thing. But I don't know if it's because like later in life when she's older, right? She didn't have much muscle mass. Like she was quite squishy. I don't know. Like I'm just getting like this like squishy, but she's like the cutest. Like I freaking love her. But I'm also like I also heard the song Mama's House. Do you know that song? I don't know why I was getting that with her. She's giving me the tinglies, the goosebumps, which is always my way that I'm validating them correctly. But not only that, you are gonna get the goosebumps with her big hug from heaven right now. Does all this sound like grandma? See, wait, so no, I don't. None of that sounds like grandma. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Would she have worn an apron or had the connection with like a housewife or taking care of the house home? That's okay. That's okay. And sometimes so you have to take it not that's okay. So do you see how some things come through? So we're gonna keep channeling because I know this is your grandma. So listen, there's no science to what I do. So there is interpretation. So it's not always like she shows me the apron. It could just mean that she was a housewife and took care of the house. If she cooked or didn't cook, it doesn't matter. It's more that she's showing me that she was the caretaker, which a lot of people were back in that time, depending on her generation. But and then she showed me the Mama song, which is the Mama's House song. If you haven't heard it, I almost want you to look it up. But we're going to continue with the reading because I definitely know this is your grandmother. She's showing me like a ruby stone, something with uh, it definitely feels like red. It's got some tint to it. So I don't know if there's like a colorful necklace or where this stone is coming from that she's showing me that is quite significant to her, to you. Do you have it? Uh, and she's also explaining she was big on putting out bird seed. So I don't know if she loves the birds, but she showed me like one of those like loose bird seeds and she's always making sure it's full. She's very big on feeding the birds. So something with that red, right? Like was it I'm like, girl, I wasn't lying that I had your grandma, girl. I was like, don't tell me no. No, I'm not always sassy about it, but I was like, sometimes when people are like, "That's not my," I'm like, "Yes, it is." I was like, "Let me just get them." And then she's flipping cards. She's okay, grandma. I love it. And then she likes to play cards. I mean, I'm flipping them very fast, and I talk very fast when I connect. But know that something. It's like something that she likes to do in her pastime. Maybe just playing solitaire, or if she's playing with somebody. Uh, what is that? Rice Krispies? Rice Krispie and banana? It's so funny because I feel like a lot of people of that generation are a cereal eater and then they love the banana on top. But I don't know why she was specific with the Rice Krispie, um, the rice puff cereal or the rice cereal, something about that. So I don't know if you remember her having this or if you had it. I'm not really sure. Or it could be that your grandpa ate it every day and it's just showing that they're safe and at peace together on the other side. She feels like she's been past some time. I don't know why I'm getting 3 to 4, 3 to 4. So has it been 3 to 4 years? Was it March or April? So I am giving you a lot of information. I know. Okay, perfect. Thank you for messaging and letting me know because I end up spitting out so much information and they give me so much information that I try to validate it. She's showing me this beautiful, huge tree out front. I almost feel like it's an oak tree or it's a maple. No, she said it's an oak. Oh, okay. So beautiful tree. And I feel like it was out in front of their home, in front of their home that you used to go to. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling with this big, beautiful tree out front. And I'm like, it's just gorgeous. And then she loved her little bird feeders right out of this bay like window. She had these steps coming up into the house. Her house just felt very inviting, very cozy. It definitely had a scent to it. Yeah. She corrected me too. I was like, "Is it a maple?" And she's like, "No, honey, that's oak." And I'm like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay." So she told me, your grandma told me like it is. So do you have a question for grandma before we wrap up? She did a beautiful job of validating that she definitely is safe and at peace in heaven, that she loves you so much, that she's always going to be with you. She's like, don't you ever think that I'm not going to be. That's her being sassy. I love it. She's holding your hand, guiding you every step of the way. She's giving me the goosebumps again, which is her big hug to you. She says, when there's things that you can't change the outcome, I'm trying to say, Mercy back. I'm so sorry. My French is not coming into play. So she is trying to explain, leave things that you cannot control out of your heart. So don't carry it. She's saying, don't carry that because it feels like it's just going to be something that burdens and like weighs you down and makes you heavy. So she said, only hold space in your heart for the things that are going to love you back, like give you this fullness and love and gratitude. So I hope that helps because it's something about making space in your heart for what is authentically there and meant to be there. That's quite interesting. So I hope that helps. So we're going to thank her for coming forward. I'm going to thank you for trusting me with your loved one. Let me check Lori's, and then I have Heather. Heaven is real, hell is not. Yep, I got you, Heather. Give me just a moment because I'm going to check Lori because she said she sent it earlier. And I'm just going to double check. So I will pause. Thank you, Mickey. Thanks for joining me. Jacob, you're being so good while I work. Lori, no. Lori, it still did not send, my dear. Heather. Aw, thanks, Sally. These are paid, but Gabrielle, definitely do follow me because I do give away free things each and every live, and I do give away free readings. Most lives, it's paid sessions. It's $20 to connect to a loved one, $22 for healing. Is that a Zimbabwe flag? No, what is that? Or is that the Mexican flag? I saw the Zimbabwe flag is super, super busy. Heather, who are we connecting you with? You did pay for a reading, right? It's Iran. Thank you for correcting me. I don't know all the flags. Well, lovely. So nice to meet you, Gabriella, and thank you for joining my live. My next free reading giveaway, when should it be, guys? Should we do Thursday? No, let's do Friday. Let's just do Friday. I think it'll be easier. Let's do Friday. Friday free reading giveaway. Okay, lovely, Heather. Thank you. I didn't need her name, but that's okay. I'm not going to let that deter me. I just want to make sure mother-in-law can be two things. And I know that I'm asking you more questions, but this is just because TT is a specific area and it's such a small reading. So I want to make sure that I'm connecting to exactly. So is it mother-in-law who raised you, or is it mother-in-law who is your spouse's mom? I just want to make sure. And then did you see how I work? Spouse's step. Oh, so a double. It's like mother-in-law, mother-in-law. Okay, cool. So mother-in-law. And yeah, I don't want any more information. Thank you. But what I do want to tell you before we even start is that within 30 seconds to 1 minute, in a very short time span, if for some reason it doesn't sound like your loved one, please let me know. But if, like I said, if I get like two things right, one thing wrong, don't harp on that one thing. And sometimes, like the lady before with the full apron and she wasn't a baker or cook, just take it like suggestively, because Spirit can only communicate with me like visually and like give me this understanding, but you've got to really interpret it for who they are. So that's what we're going to say. It's 1:35. We're going to put your time in and we'll get started. Yay. Okay. Heather, would this make sense that can somebody help out Lori? Does this make sense that there's two people stepping forward, these two women, and they're almost like fighting for the floor? One feels very one feels hold on. One feels quite demanding and like pushing. And I feel like she's the one that we're not asking to come forward. So that's why she's kind of like, I'm stepping in. And I'm like, well, we don't have a lot of time. And then the other one who feels like the mother-in-law who we actually are connecting with, she feels a little bit calmer. She feels maybe just like a little bit quieter, maybe somebody who wouldn't step on somebody else's toes. She just feels very calm, very, very quiet. Is this the mother-in-law? And normally I don't have people fighting for the floor for you, but they are. Does that make sense? Okay. So sorry, I was getting a phone call. Okay, but we're gonna connect and keep mother-in-law. And I'm gonna ask your okay. But this one's louder. And I feel like I'm gonna ask her to step back just for a second and let me see who this is, because I feel like this is more the mother-in-law. Okay. So she's explaining to me the reason why she feels a little bit quieter is that she actually was showing me. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Oh, stop. Sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at TT has me when I've been on for an hour do these puzzles and it wasn't taking it. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to yell. You guys are fine. Everybody's good. But this woman, she feels like yes, she can be bossy, but I also feel like she was quieter than her husband. Her husband feels like more the man of the house, like he made the decisions, he like ran the show, and she almost was like secondary to that. She would let her know, like him know the opinion that she might have held, or but I feel like most of the time she was like, okay, flexible with whatever. Does that sound like her relationship with the dad? Would you happen to know their relationship? She also is wearing these curlers at night. So I don't know if she wore these younger or if she would wear them while she was older, because I'm seeing these curlers, those like ones that you like pull in your hair and they like Velcro stick. You know what I'm talking about? And if she used those or not, that's completely so I'm getting those. She feels it's interesting though, because I think what you're trying to think of is your relationship to her. And what she's explaining is that like she was definitely bossy pants when it came to the kids. But it's interesting because the dynamic between the husband and her, she's almost doesn't have, not saying that she wouldn't say her opinion, but she feels like he would have most of the say. And then she would come second. But when it came to the kids, she took command. She was like, telling them what to do, because she raised them. She was all on her own, feeling pretty much that. Okay. Okay. Cause I was like, why is Heather saying somewhat? And I was like, no, I get it now, because knowing more that she was quite a bit. Now did her spouse pass? Is he passed too? Because I feel like maybe she was left by herself quite some years before her passing. Is that correct? Because I feel like something either you having to take care of her, or with either her living in your house, with having like when she was getting older to where you guys could take care of her. Okay. All right. Let me see. I I don't always go to how they pass, and I'm so sorry that that's how she passed, but I'm going to get more from her. So maybe that's why I felt the separation between the father and her for quite some time. Because I'm feeling like, okay. All right. I'm like, try not to give me more information. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to just get from her. But I want to make sure that she's doing the best job. Already here. Let me just try to explain to you. She's a little bit harder to communicate with, and it's not your fault. It just seems like she's maybe either a tough cookie where she's like not gonna talk be chatty with somebody who's a stranger. I'm technically like a stranger, right? So she feels like she's just not super chatty, or she only wants to talk to people that she loves. And I know that she's showing up for you, but like, does that sound like her, where she's like not the chattiest person ever? I just want to make sure that that sounds like her. That she's not super chatty. With a stranger. She would talk a stranger's ear off. She feels okay. Let me understand her. Yeah, because I was like, I'm the stranger. I'm the one, because sometimes they're a little standoffish with me. And honestly, this is what I'm getting is she feels quite defiant. She feels like nobody could tell her what to do. So I don't know if this is her being stubborn or with the move or and it feels like she wanted to go on her own terms. She did not want to, like, she felt like getting old was an illness. Does that make sense with her? Because I'm feeling that she's like, I didn't, like, I kept feeling like my body, my brain was telling my body to do things and my body wasn't responding and I didn't like it. So I don't know if she had this internal struggle for some time to then come to that conclusion, because it feels like she was battling it for a while. It doesn't feel like it was an overnight decision, but it also feels like she's very stubborn and nobody's going to tell her when to go. So she almost feels like she's like, well, I'm going to make this my last day. And I've honestly never been told that from spirit before. And what it is that she is telling me, and what she's, and why I felt her so like pulled away is, honestly, I think she's a little embarrassed. And I've never felt that from spirit, where it's like they're almost ashamed because now they see the consequences that it gives to the family around them. And she's like, I'm so deeply sorry that it saddened you for how I left. And that's why I wasn't connecting with her. I was like, girl, you got to step forward. And sometimes they do get this timidness about being ashamed and like hiding from the truths of what they did. And so now she's having to face that truth being in heaven. And she's explaining that she still has a lot to work on herself. And she's so sorry that she did that to all the family, that she put you in that circumstance, because she honestly loved all of you more than she loved herself. Because she's making me feel like, she's like, I just didn't want to keep aging and not take full ownership of when I was going to go. Like that whole like question of when is it going to happen, I think really bugged her. And either it almost feels like she had like anxiety about it, like anxiety about passing. And it just got like to where she was like treading underwater and just wanting to get above water. So this is a very interesting reading. I've never heard that from spirit before. Do you have a question for her before we wrap up? I'm so grateful that I was able to get her a little bit better. And I did take a little bit longer with your reading, but that's okay, because I wanted to make sure that you knew that it definitely was your mother-in-law, because I was like, because you're like, that it doesn't sound like her. And I'm like, I know it's her. I'm just trying to get more from her. And it was like pulling teeth in the beginning. I'm like, Can you tell me more? So do you have a question for her before we wrap up? She did a beautiful job of showing you and telling the family that she's so deeply sorry that she left you in that way. I think that was the biggest message that she had to get across today. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to speak normal and it was coming out blurted. Did you lose a job? You said I just job. Oh, so what she wants to explain to you is that you have all the tools in your toolbox for where you're going in life. There is nobody who can tell you, like, if she was to say, yes, that you're on the right path, then you might not change things if you felt like you were uncomfortable. And that's not true. So it's whatever feels true and best to you and what makes you feel like excited and amazing. So if it's something that's working for you now, it might change 5 years down the road. So there are beautiful things. Oh, of course. She's definitely safe and at peace with God. And she's always watching over your family. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up there because normally it's a one question because it's a 5 to 7 minute, and I've already been like 20 minutes. So I just wanted to make sure that you got the best reading. So we're gonna thank her for coming forward, and I'm gonna thank you for trusting me with your loved one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I always want to make people feel too fair because if they pay for a session too, I want to make sure that they get the utmost care and that they get a good quality reading as well. Lori, did you ever figure it out, my dear? I didn't see it come true. Pam, sometimes. And I do have a harder time. Sometimes when I can't find them, I'll do a scan for like lower vibrations. Not saying that they're not with God. Even lower vibrations are always able to go with God. They just choose to not to, or, whatever it is. So sometimes I'll have to scan and then they're a little bit harder to connect. So hi guys. Hi. So what time is it? I've been on a little over an hour. Oh my gosh, that puzzle was so annoying while I was trying to do, you guys, as a TikTok live or whatever it is, at an hour time, it asked me to like do this puzzle thing to make sure that I'm not AI. Today I had to do it 3 times. I don't know why it wouldn't I was putting it perfectly and you're supposed to slide it over and like get it right in this like spot. It was not allowing me. What's up, Megan? All right, we're going to be wrapping up here shortly. Lori, did you leave, girl? What's up? That's a good song. So if you wanted to get on my list, it's $20 to connect to a loved one, $22 for healing. Jacob, your hand freaked me out. Did you guys see his little hand? Jacob, you creeped me out. Did you guys see his hand on the camera? Oh, well, YouTube would have saw it because YouTube has the bigger. Yeah, it should be on tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jacob, you want to say hi to everybody? No. Guys, I have classes too that I help you activate your own intuitive abilities. So if you want to hear your own loved ones, if you don't want to use a medium anymore and you want to be able to connect to your own loved ones, I can help you with that, get you on to that next level. Hi, Emily. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So a healing is an intuitive healing. I'm a medium. I'm a Reiki master and a massage therapist, all for a very long time. And I've honed in on those skills to actively go into your body and help with your spiritual, physical, or mental well-being. Yeah. So you guys know that Holly, so it's not a one-on-one. It's already pre-recorded, ready to go. So it's up all the time, available whenever you guys want it. So it's $44 a class. So you go into the second link in my bio, and then it is you'll send the payment 44, and then you let me know what Claire class you would like to take. So I'll go ahead. Let's break them down for you guys. Let's break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down. Hi, Angel guys, 1111. Oh, wait, 111. Okay, so all my classes are, I'm going to break it down. Clairvoyant, clear seeing. So I teach you and activate your ability in clairvoyance. Then I have clair cognizance, which is clear knowing. That's usually the one I suggest to start with. Then I have clairaudience, clear healing. Yes, Jacob, we see you. Clairaudience, clear healing. Then hearing, clairaudience, clear hearing. Then clairtangency, clear touch. So it's like psychometry. You can hold stuff in your hand and kind of like get imprints, images, all the things, and like get an understanding that. And then we have clairgustance, clear taste, clairalience, clear smell. Now, clairgustance and clear taste are probably the lesser clairs that people like to tap into. But if you already have all the other clairs and those are the clairs that you want to add to your repertoire, then that is, there he is. We got him. If that's what you want to add to your repertoire, then those are available as well. I not only teach you one that stop doubting my intuition. So I always say start with the clairgustance. I know it's like the least exciting because Claire hold on, I gotta pause this because I'm gonna start singing. Clairaudient being clear hearing and clairvoyant are probably the two most exciting ones. So clairgustance being clear knowing is probably the one that you should start with because that is going to give you the gut, though without a doubt, this is what I'm getting. So always start with the clairgustance, guys. So these are hour-long videos, and once I send it to you, it's a YouTube private clip that you're going to send me the $44, tell me which Claire you're interested, which class, and then the email link that you would like me to send it to you. Now, some people have had issues with their personal emails that aren't linked to YouTube. So try to send me the one that would be linked to YouTube if you have a YouTube sign-in. If you don't have a YouTube sign-in, then I don't know. I don't think it would make you have a sign-in. I don't know. I'd be curious. My little stinker is being a stinker. Oh, definitely. The clairgustance. Awesome. Big germs. Listen, I hope you do get the plumber spot, but that is a psychic-led question, and you would have to ask a psychic that. Hi, Faith. Okay, so I was going to wrap up my lives here, guys. If nobody else wants to work, I can feel my face getting red. It's not too hot today, but it's still pretty warm down in the basement. But I come on daily Monday through Friday. Monday through Saturday, 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I always give away free things, so you have to follow me before so that way you can make sure to get involved in any of my free giveaways, which are my free healings, free readings. If you ever wanted to work with me and skip the line, it's $20 to connect to a loved one, 22 free healing. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. You guys were an amazing live. Thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoyed their readings with me today and healing. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I shall see you 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Ciao. do, 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 do.